Good morning. It is July 5th, around sideways camera, Gimby, thank you, 9:55. Um, Sunday. Now, yesterday, July 4th, I did not film for a couple reasons. Reason number one, the main reason was, I guess, that, let's see, Corinne went to go do a parade in Oakboro with a friend of hers, and I kind of got a late start and watched a little TV, and then I had a motocross race to watch that started at 1, I think. It was Redbud in Michigan, and so I watched that, and it was like 4 hours long. So after that was over, Corinne was home, and then we just watched some videos and didn't really do anything. Just to prove that I didn't do anything, I think I took, according to my phone, which I took a little more than this because I had my phone with me at all times, I only took 59 steps yesterday. So I was, so the other reason is I was kind of mentally and physically just kind of tired, I think. So I feel like I needed to kind of relax a little bit, and also, like, everything's closed on 4th of July, so you can't go out to eat. You're not gonna get any packages in the mail. You can't really go shop. So it's like everything just kind of shuts down, and since everything shut down, everybody's on the road. Everybody's going to places. They're going to fight for positions of fireworks somewhere. They're trying to go to the lake or Mara Mountain, and there's just tons of people everywhere. And I didn't really feel much like dealing with that, so I just chose to not, and just kind of sit at the house and chill and not go anywhere. On a side note, I think 4th of July used to be, as a kid, like probably one of my favorite holidays because I absolutely adored and loved fireworks. I thought they were great, and it was just like this coolest thing ever. Um, but it was a lot more controlled when I was a kid. So in other words, you would go, like we'd go to Tweetsy, or we'd go somewhere and watch fireworks, Oakboro, something like that, and you might come home and shoot off some bottle rockets or something, or some sparklers, and it's just kind of this big deal. Now that I really don't know, because fireworks were illegal in North Carolina for the longest time, and I remember, like, my papa he had transfer trucks, and he'd always pick up a ton of fireworks in South Carolina. Had one of his drivers get them, and then we'd always go to the mountains on the 4th, because they had a picnic up there with everybody that lived on the mountain, and it was like, everybody like a potluck. Everybody bring different food dishes and whatnot, and then that evening we go to the top where his house was, and we'd set off fireworks. And I finally got old enough that I was able to do it, so I was kind of putting on a firework display in my mind for all these people watching. Of course, they were just like sitting outside enjoying things, and I thought they were out there like to witness my firework technician prowess, and I'd try to like arrange it to where it's like I'd shoot all my little ones off first, stupid ones so to speak, and save the big ones for the last, just like a proper fireworks show. And one time he had a bunch of bottle rockets. Now, if you're not familiar with bottle rockets, what they do is you got a long stick and like a little firecracker taped to it, looks like, and you stick it in a bottle, and you light it, and it goes up in the air, and it pops. It's over. That's it. So we had a bunch of those. So I was shooting those off one at a time because I was like trying to milk this moment. I guess I wanted a 3-hour fireworks show. And Papa finally like, son, you think you could do something besides a bottle rocket? And so I had to like, because I couldn't, you can't just like keep going with it, because you got to like light it and get the hell away and it pops, it's over, and then you have to run back over. So there's a lot of delay. It's not like on TV where they just like boom, 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 boom. There's no way to shoot multiple unless you had a device that shot multiple. Um, anyway, he kind of set up this little, like a 2-liter bottle or something at an angle, and we had all propped up with bricks, and so it shot it away from everybody. And it was a really cool experience. So I loved 4th of July. I didn't love going to the picnic because it was a bunch of old people and there's never any kids there because I guess they were all doing something else. People were older. But the fireworks kind of made it okay. Later in life, it was just one of those, like, every once in a while you get lucky somewhere and some neighbor somewhere was shooting off fireworks and you were like, yeah, I got a front row seat, and you don't have to go find parking or do nothing. And I guess the laws have gotten a lot more lax. I haven't really checked, but bottle rockets is about all you could get around here for a long time. Now I think you can get a whole bunch of stuff, and they don't really crack down on it like they used to. I mean, cops would, like, if they saw you shooting fireworks, they did have 3 or 4 cop cars in your yard, because it's kind of hard to hide that you're doing it because they're shooting up in the air. But now I don't think they do that. So what I'm getting at is there is no cohesion. There is no grand plan of, like, if all the neighbors like got together in some neighborhood community thing and like all right, 9 o'clock we're gonna start and we're gonna be done by 10 o'clock, and then we had like a 180-degree thing where, like, you know, these neighbors are shooting off something, these neighbors shooting off something, these neighbors, that would be really cool. Just kind of like do it as like a community bonding thing. The problem is there's people that start before it's dark, goes non-stop until like 1 in the morning, and it's just random. It's like maybe somebody bought one firework and decides to shoot it off at 12:30 at night, you know, and it's just, you don't really know. Fireworks are cool when it has an ending, and I don't know, maybe going to Tweetsie as a kid, going to the top of the mountain as a kid, going to Disney World all the time, you know, I mean, it takes a lot for me to go ooh ah of your fireworks, and I've seen no local fireworks do that for me, and it just becomes annoying. And like I said, the whole thing of feeling trapped in your house all day because you got nothing you could do, you're not getting anything in the mail, you know, you can't call customer service, you can't do anything. And then our internet went out at like 8 o'clock or so, maybe, I think, and didn't come back on until like 6 this morning. So I was bored, and I don't know. So we didn't shoot another video yesterday. So today we're gonna shoot some video. So what I'm gonna do is, I hadn't really got a plan of what to do, but I know it's supposed to be a little cooler today than it was. That was the other thing. Super hot yesterday. I was like, I ain't dealing with this. I need the air conditioning for a day. So this is gonna be a little bit cooler today, more tolerable. I'm gonna go take my little, come on, Gimby, little hedge trimmer, and go get rid of some of those grabber briars on the track, and maybe look at, you know, do I need to get my chainsaw out? Do I need to get the pole saw out? That kind of thing. Because I do know at some point I'll be able to ride a dirt bike again. And I mean, it's not calling for rain, so it's going to be still dry as everything, but at least it won't be as hot. Well, it's still tolerable. So anyway, so that's what we're going to do. We're supposed to have a wildlife steward meeting on today at the brewery, which I about forgot because it is Sunday. So we're going to go do that around 2. So we're going to get to cracking, see what we can get done. Okay, 1:39. Excuse me, got burps. I had to drink 2 things of water. I may or may not have got too hot. My shirt, hang on, see if you can see it, is soaked.
Had a long sleeve shirt on too. Wee. So I got that's weird. Yeah, I got too hot. There's no way. I definitely did. So cleaned up some of the track and started on a new little woods part over that far corner. And I just kind of wait till my battery died. That's kind of was my gauge. It's like, well, my battery dies and I'll just go back to the house. And it lasted a long time. And once I got it, it finally died. Like I was a little too far gone. I was like, okay, I probably should have stopped earlier. But then I was like really far away from the house and I had to carry it all the way back. So I'll take a shower. That was dumb, but I'm okay. Won't do that again for a little bit. Whew. But yeah, I got my heart was racing like crazy, and my mouth got dry. That's when I started getting worried. And my voice is not quite back yet. I don't know if it's because I was mouth breathing so heavy, because I was like huffing and puffing. But I think, I don't know if I stopped sweating on my head, but my face is dry right now. So I don't know. But I'm okay. That was just dumb. Woo, don't do that again.
Alright, well, it's 5:44 and we just got back from the little brewery meeting we do, and it rained there, and it's getting ready to rain again here. So it looks rainy that way. Hang on, I gotta fix this. It's bogging up. Hang on. It's supposed to rain again. That looks not rainy at all. So, but that's definitely rainy coming. I can't really, trying to see which way the clouds are going. Feels like it's going to rain again. So I don't know. But yeah, I think I definitely need to mow at some point. I'm trying to think, like, should I do, my original plan was to go to the DMV in the morning to get my license thing done, just so I could be done with it. Because it's like, you know, I don't know, it's one of those things kind of looming. I could check that off the list and not have to worry about it. So it's not a have to thing, but kind of a want to thing. But then I was like, well, maybe I can ride this evening since it rained and it's not gonna be super dry. But now they're coming for rain again, so maybe I should mow in the morning. That grass is gonna grow like a weed. I don't know. But yeah, I think I definitely got too hot today. Like I've almost kind of got a little headache right now. And I just kind of want to take a nap. So I'm really tired now. So I think I pushed it a little too far. But in my defense, it wasn't that hot when I started. And then it just got like, I don't know, I guess it got hot. I don't recall like getting like, I was hot in the sun, but then like I got in the woods, I really wasn't that hot. But my heart was beating really, really fast. Like I was jogging a marathon. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And then I was mouth breathing pretty heavy. So I didn't get a chance to get this dude. I ran out of battery. I was mouth breathing pretty steady. And yeah, I think I pushed it a little too far today. So I need to not do that again. But I didn't, it was like 80 something when I started. So I didn't really, and I know I wouldn't be walking far or anything, so I didn't really think about, bringing water with me or nothing. It was just like, I'm just gonna go cut some grabbers. I didn't make it to this guy either. Battery died before I got to it, so I don't know. I just was kind of like, just kind of messed that up. So, but I've had quite a substantial amount of water. Excuse me, since my incident, and also hadn't really eaten anything, so that might be a problem too. But it is nice right now. Like, this would be, if it was not going to rain, this would be prime time to go ride something. Granted, I didn't get done clearing stuff, so riding is probably not smart. I still got grabbers, but I did kind of start a second track, which I was really excited about, and that's, I think, kind of what did me in, because I was hyper focused on it. See if I can get to it before it bottom falls out. But yeah, I was just, trimming. I was like, oh, this is a cool little spot. And I don't know. I think it's not that my track's not big enough or not long enough, but this stuff out here gets pretty hard pack and dry and slick. But when you're like in the actual woods, which I know I'm in the woods, but I scraped it with a skid steer. But if you're just cutting a trail with like clippers or something like that, the floor of the woods floor stays pretty moist, and you could just ride that, and it's a lot safer to ride than stuff like this, because it gets real icy feeling, like I'm riding on ice. Yeah, I might can make it to this thing before the bottom falls out, because I can cut back that way and go back to the start. But you can kind of see what I mean. Like, I was going to come through here with a leaf blower and blow the leaf clutter, just so you can see it, but it goes in there, and oh, it's thundery. Oh Lord, it's coming. All right, let's get out. Oh no. Or is that just wind blowing the leaf? Okay. Anyway, goes through there. You can see it cuts through, and it's, I'll switch you around for a minute. So it's like a it's kind of like a woods track, like a single track, but it's not as tight. So I've got multiple options to where there's no like single line through there. You can go to the right of this tree or to the left of this tree, and I think that's pretty cool to like have some options. But it'll be fun to ride when it's super slick out here, because it's so dry. And yeah, I think that'll be a good thing. Yeah, see, here I am again, far away from the house. But yeah, I got a little close, because I think about the time I took a break about the time I needed to. Maybe a little earlier I should have taken a break, but I was trying to let the battery die 100%, and then I'm like, okay, well, obviously I'm done because the battery's dead. And God bless a damn ego thing, that battery life is pretty decent. So it just kept going. I'm like, well, kind of needed a battery to be dead. So that took me, I went a little longer because of that. And then I was about as far away from the house as I could possibly be. And it was blistering hot at that point. So then I had to walk back. And I think that's what about did me in. Being out there in the woods doing that. Yeah, it was a little sketch, but it wasn't too bad. But like having to walk all this, like in the heat, after I was already overheated, I think that's what put me in the danger zone. But my voice was shot, my Mouth was like super dry. I didn't have a headache or anything, but my heart was beating really fast, and I was mouth breathing pretty heavy. So, you know, I think, so I don't think it was heat stroke. I think it was heat exhaustion, because I wasn't delirious. I wasn't dizzy. Didn't really have a headache. Of course, I got a little headache now. But I am really tired. Like, I feel like I could go take a nap. Like, I don't even want to eat. I just want to go take a nap. That's what I really want to do. But it just, I think it just sucked it out of me. All the energy. And this is why I didn't go out yesterday. I literally started this video saying that. It's like, this is why I didn't go do anything yesterday, because I knew it was going to be hot. Thought the day was going to be cooler, which it was at the start. But it just kind of creeped up on me a little bit. That was weird. So, but I'm fine. I went to the point of where I had to call Corinne to come get me out of the woods. I would have never heard the end of that if I'd had to do that. I was close. If I'd have been, I don't know, 20 more minutes, I would have had to call her. But, so yeah, so now I've got this conundrum. Do I go to the DMV, check something off my list that I want to get done, or I got a package. Where we got a package from? It's for Corinne. Or do I want to try to, I should mow, to be honest. That would be the most rewarding thing for me to do, is to mow. But I don't know that I should be out and about in it. Like that, like, what? Gimby. Jesus, Gimby. I don't know if I should be out in the heat again. And it's supposed to rain. There's chances of rain all week. So I feel pretty good about maybe getting a ride this week at some point. In most cases around here, the way it works is it's like crazy hot all day, and then afternoon it like does this. So it's lightning over there right now. Over there. I know, Blackie. I'll take you inside. But I don't know. So we'll see what we do. Like I said, mowing is probably the most logical thing, because it's also on my list, and I don't want to do it. But I don't know. I guess it depends on if I get up early and it feels good outside and the mower starts, because we know how that goes. Then I'll mow. I don't know. I don't know that going to the DMV the day after a holiday is a smart call. And that's not super pressing. But, I got till December to do that. So maybe I should, I don't know. We'll see. Game time decision. That's what we're going to do. But anyway, this has been the vlog. It is like super, it keeps fogging up because it's like so humid out at the moment. Oh, come on, hon. Coming? You just came out. You can stay out. Thinking. But yeah, this is what we're doing. So maybe I should go eat. I don't know.